like that. How freeing is that to watch, and just what do you think kind of drove that?
Yeah, like you said a few times, he's had a couple nights where he struggled. Like, I was never worried about that. He's that level of a shooter. Now he's not going to do 44 every night, but he has that confidence. He puts in the work, every day, and it was fun to see him kind of get loose and kind of showcase, all that work he puts in.
The connectivity tonight with the offense, just pleased with kind of the improvements you made over the last two games, and is it get back to basics in practice, or what do you kind of do to kind of refocus them?
Yeah, we had gone back here, after the Minnesota game and looked at some of the offense and like what caused it, because it was there wasn't a lot of movement and things. So as we went backwards, looking at some games early in the season, comparing it to now, it stood out pretty good. So we put a ton of time here this last week on just getting more actions, more movement. And sometimes you can't always do that. People deny you can't just throw the ball from side to side. So at some point you still have to be able to go make a play. But I thought the guys did a really good job tonight keeping the ball, as we like to say, hot. Keep it hot and keep it moving, and player and ball movement I thought was really good tonight.
You talked about Lamar's ability to do this. Just how helpful is it for him and for you guys as a team? For him to go on, it's still just December. Have a night like this.
Yeah, I think it's great for him. I think even for really good shooters, you start to sometimes if you overthink it, you can start to press a little bit in your own mind. But when he gets one or two down, you could just see like it was just a relief for him tonight. That and then after that, it was then it was just fun. He's. We need him. He's an important piece. Especially for our offense, he draws a lot of gravity, and he for that reason. And when we can get him going, and then on a night we get one of those other guys going, or if you can get two of them going on the same night, that's where offensively you can do some, have a night like this.
I guess to that end, just how important is it for 5 different guys in double figures? The whole team sees 17 threes go through the basket. I know a couple of down nights shooting coming into this. Just how important is a night like this where maybe A, they sort of feed off a teammate the way you talked about, and B, just everybody gets to feel a little bit more confident at the end of it?
Yeah, I think that's always good, for confidence individually, collectively as a team. And it's funny how that works sometimes, like one guy gets it going, it seems like everybody feels like they're hot. So, and really the Louisville game, I thought we had, better movement and things. We still got up to 80 points, but, some of those looks, we just didn't hit them, knock them down the way that we would have liked. But it was nice to see tonight, 30 assists to go with it. I think that's a big piece of it too, like we've talked about all year. You have 30 assists, usually that means we were getting pretty clean, good looks, the kind of shots that we wanted.
Coach, what led to the lineup change tonight, and how do you feel like Reed responded?
Yeah, lineup change, like I told Reed and Sam, it wasn't really anything more than we just want to try to create a spark. Wasn't anything negative towards either one of them. We wanted to take a look at it. I thought Reed responded great, and like you knew he would. I thought it freed him up a little bit, gave him coming off the bench maybe just a chance to process, as the game's going. Allows us with Sam just a little more physicality to start the game, and then Reed come in and kind of utilize some of his speed and things. So, he handled it great. I thought he did a nice job coming off the bench for us tonight. Very aggressive.
Lamar said tonight, or earlier today actually, you told him that tonight was going to be his night where he would go off. What led to your thinking of that, and what was that conversation like?
I don't know. I think I tell him that all the time, though. But we spent a little time just talking to him about, like, dude, just relax, shoot, like, just have fun, like, let that thing fly. And again, when he sees a couple go down, you can just tell, like, he was feeling good about it.
Darren, did you realize, I guess, as Lamar was, racking up the points and the threes, did you realize he was closing in on that threes record or the building scoring record? And I guess, if you did realize that, was there any emphasis to try to get him that record before you pulled him out?
I really had no idea what the record was, but based on the fans, he was close to something. Apparently he broke a lot of them, so good for him. But the only thing I knew was the 40 points, just not even whether it was a record or not, just that, that's a pretty cool, milestone to get in the game, and, it's cool to see him get it.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone.